Joining me now from the North Carolina Department of Public Safety are Liddie Shropshire, Director of Victim Services, and Kim Banko, North Carolina Savin Administrator. To both of you, welcome to the show.
Thank
so
you
nice
for
of you to
having
be
us.
here. Savin, I try to do a little bit of that, but I have a feeling this is maybe a little different than what most folks are thinking about. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
NC Savin is an automated notification system for crime victims, and the acronym stands for North Carolina Statewide Automated Victim Assistance and Notification. NC Savin is primarily used by crime victims, their families, law enforcement, and other agencies.
Well, I know it's been around a while. I mean, how does it work? What is its purpose?
Its purpose is to notify crime victims of certain custody changes for offenders, and they can register for notification. They can look for offender information through NC Savin, and they also can get community or local resources available to them in their counties.
Well, so often victims, suffer at the hands of a lot of these folks. And so when you talk about services and or getting some kind of compensation, that's part of this program. How does that work?
So the Office of Victim Services actually has 4 programs to assist victims here in the state. The NC Savin program that Kim just mentioned. Also, we have the Victims Compensation Program. We have the Rape Victims Assistance Program. We also have another notification program, which is Victim Services for Prisons, Probation, and Parole. The Victims Compensation Program assists victims who are injured through violent crimes, and we assist victims who have been injured by assault, domestic violence, also homicide victims, and those who are injured as a result of DWI, or people driving while under the influence.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I can see where this is a valuable program, no question about it. How do people participate in this if they're a victim of a crime? Do they have to take the first step, or is this an automatic program?
So generally what happens, victims are made aware of our programs through the courts or through law enforcement, and those agencies will provide information to them so that they can contact us and complete a claim application and submit it to our program, along with any expenses that they incur as a result of the injuries from the violent crime.
Now, you had mentioned something about notifications.
Yes.
And in addition to being notified of some of the programs that are available, there's something called the county block. And I was kind of interested in that because that reminds me of a prison block. Is that what we're talking about here?
Not quite, and that isn't a notification, but if a victim has safety concern when an offender is housed in prison in their county where they reside or work, they can request that we block that county and that the inmate not be housed in their county for safety reasons.
Now, how much information, for instance, if I were a victim, can I get on that individual? Can I get anything?
Yes.
I can.
Our staff for Victim Services, Prisons, Probation, and Parole, we can give any public information, where the inmate is located or an offender on probation, what county, what the conditions are, what the restitution, if they owe restitution, things like that.
Now, going back to the programs that are available, and obviously that costs money. What about the individuals in prison? Are they obligated to pay anything into that program?
So our compensation program does get a percentage from Prisons Canteen that goes towards assisting victims who've been injured as a result of those crimes. 5% we get from Prisons Canteen.
How many people take advantage of this? That's maybe an unfair question. I don't know if you know the number, but it would seem, unfortunately, probably a lot of people.
Well, we hope this visit here will let more people know that our program is there. On average, the compensation program processes anywhere between 3,500 claims a year or more.
Wow.
But those persons who take advantage of registering for notification is quite more.
Yes, just so far this year we have had over 243,000 new registrations in Savin, and 848,000 notifications have gone out this year.
That's amazing. It's kind of sad, but it's amazing. I mean, well, can we get into, if somebody's watching and they are a victim and they really may be confused or don't know how to reach out, what would be the best way to do that for them?
So they can contact our office directly. We have an 800 number available, 1-800-826-6200, or locally at 919-733-7974. They can also contact us by going to the NCDPS website and searching Victim Services, and there's additional information available for them there.
Now, I assume if you're a victim of crime, you can apply. Does it take a long time? Is it a long process? And what kinds of things are we talking about specifically, if you don't mind?
So each claim that we received is investigated to determine its eligibility, which can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months. And generally that timeline is a result of having all the information that we need to process a claim, which would be a completed, signed and notarized application, a law enforcement report, and at least one itemized medical expense in order for us to process that claim. Our program is also governed by the Compensation Commission, which might, in that case, determine how long a case might take. The commission meets quarterly, and so if a claim is received just after a commission meeting, it might take longer because it has to be reviewed by the commission. But once we've received all the information and the claim is investigated and we review the financial information that's been submitted, the victim would receive notification about the determination of their claim.
Now, do you guys interact? Have you had an opportunity to see the difference you make in those individuals' lives, or any kind of feedback on that? It's got to be pretty great.
It's very rewarding, and we do get compliments and from victims that we have given them answers and peace of mind, and have helped, certainly.
I can imagine that.
Yeah,
Not
I love
being
it when
alone.
they send us cards
Yeah,
and
we get
let us
thank you
know
notes
that,
and
yeah, it helped them.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Well, to both of you, thank you so much for joining us this morning and for what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching. We hope you've enjoyed today's show. If you have any questions or would like to know more, visit our websites at RaleighCW.com and myrdctv.com. I'm Bill LeMay, and thank you for watching Community Matters. We'll see you next week.